Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? It's Thursday, May 11th, 2023, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:21 a.m. Eastern. We have PPI and jobless claims in 9 minutes. We got a little spike on news that the FDIC will make an announcement regarding deposit insurance fund today. Thanks, Gian, for sharing that in our chat room. FDIC to reportedly make an announcement on deposit insurance fund, and looks like the market popped a little bit on that. Thank you, Night Truck, and I see we have some new mods. Thank you for doing that, Bob and Bennett. I appreciate the B&B. Good morning, Shake and Bake. Hey, Renaissance Man, Night Truck, Bennett, Greg, High Times Trader, Tess, Charmman Dan. Hey, Double E. Hey, Sir Fernando, Homebody, Mal, Sam, Trainman, George, good morning. How are you? I've already asked that twice, but I really want to know, how's your trading going? Trading is tough. It's so tough. It can be done. There is an edge. You just have to get your system down that works for you and your personality and define your risk very clearly. Sorry, 1 second. I need some chapstick. I am waiting for chart requests right now. I'll officially get started in 8 minutes. I jump on early just to get my voice warmed up and to get my TA muscles warmed up. Oh, thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bennett. Hey, Josh. Glory. I like it. Hey, Mary and Griffin. Hector. Bennett, 90% of the time I would tell you that limit orders are the way to go. It keeps me from being less compulsive. However, when I identify something and it's a fast moving dump or fast moving pop up, let's say on Google yesterday, I'll just mark it in. But I've found if I use limit orders and limit myself to limit orders, you see what I did right there? It's just a little more self-control, and I'm waiting for the price that I want. It's all about location, location, location in trading. And let's say you wanted to bottom fish wall. Bottom fishing at 25.14 where it is right now, that is not bottom fishing. That is almost $1 away from the stop. XLF, if you want to bottom fish XLF, you want to get as close to 31.80 as possible. So knowing your location of where you're looking to top fish, bottom fish, it doesn't have to be exact. It's hardly ever exact, but the closer that you can get it to that number, the better. New PR for me, 5.5. Oh, good. Good, Sandor. Very good. I'm glad you liked the webinar. Okay. MARA. There is a terrible saying in trading. It is terrible. And it's basically, I will write it out because I don't want to say it. Oh, no, that's not going to write it out. Come on, why you got to do this to me? Why is it not popping up? 1 second. Load layout, pregame. Let's try this again. There it is. So again, I'm not going to read that out loud, but that's basically the saying in futures trading is don't be a blank for a tick. Saying, you know, don't just try to split hairs looking for that absolute perfect entry because you're going to miss some good trades like that. So in futures, I say that that's probably closer to true. And on options, limit orders only unless it's SPY, QQQ, or IWM. AMD has tight spreads, Apple has tight spreads, but for the most part, 99% of my option orders are limit orders. Oh, good. Okay, I'm going to delete that. That is not representative of what I want, how I want to hold myself out to be. Okay, let's see. Yeah, why do the charts lock? I may need to move to desktop trading view. Okay, I'll get started in 4 minutes. Okay, MARA. It's going to be one of those days. I can already tell. What the heck? This is getting comical at this point. Potential hourly bear flag here underneath the EMAs. I would say it's still super healthy. Bitcoin was weak overnight relative to the market. It's getting a little bounce on right now. So scratch that bear flag comment. I would just say we've got an EQ here, and the bottom fish area is 985. If you're looking for a long, I think this favors the long with the size of the move yesterday. And the more conservative trade is first 5 minute oversold during regular trading hours. You see how they bought it this morning? In pre-market when it got oversold on 5 minute, but I'd wait for first 5 minute oversold during regular trading hours for a conservative bull. Okay, FDX for Paul. Oh, someone asked about DIS too. DIS earnings were disappointing. Okay. I heard a analyst this morning on CNBC talking about Disney, saying that they are notorious for only mentioning headwinds and not mentioning tailwinds to their business. And I thought that was interesting. You know, the CEO's job is to bring maximum value to the shareholder. And if you're constantly saying, I'm facing this issue, this issue, this issue, that's going to bring down price. So typically CEOs are known for saying, this is going great. This is our tailwind, AI, we're benefiting. It's positive, positive, positive. And they try to downplay the headwinds. And I thought that was an interesting take. I had never thought about, why does Disney always disappoint for earnings? And that made a lot of sense. Okay, FDX. We had a daily EQ. We broke bear. We lost 225.01. Just 1 second while I go do squirrel. Yeah, I thought UPS missed on earnings pretty badly. So this bear break may be the first crack in this chart. So it looks like FDX, however they handled their guidance and their earnings, it was positive and UPS negative, and they've benefited from that, but maybe it's weighing, the UPS earnings possibly weighing on them. They broke the 225.01. Yeah, this is a top fish setup. I would look for reverse back burners for shorting. PPI analysis needed immediately. Okay, we have PPI coming up in 30 seconds, and they're expecting 0.2%. I do not analyze the fundamentals of what the number is. I just analyze the ES. So ES right now, we're popping on that banking news. Let me give you your levels real quick. Resistance 416850 and 414450. It's really going to come down to tech and banking. Tech and banking. That's the story for today. And can XLF hold the low of yesterday? So let's see if the number populated yet. Yep, 0.2% as expected. Initial jobless claims. We had more jobless claims than what was anticipated. That is bearish news, but good for the market. So bad news is good news, basically. So more people are filing jobless claims, and that appears as though the Fed's efforts are working. PPI was on point. We're getting a spike on this jobless claims news. I would say this is more related to jobless claims than it is PPI. 416850 is your clear resistance. On the 15-minute, a lower high is anticipated. And it's all going to come down to technology, and we've got 4 names that are crucial this morning. All right. Y'all ready to get started officially? Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. You want to give me a follow on Twitter at Chart Gal Lori, that'd be great. At the Chart Guys, we teach technical analysis. And Dan will have a trader Q&A tomorrow I believe that's at noon Eastern. I'll need to confirm. I shared the YouTube link yesterday. Jason, if you're listening, if you could share that link, that would be lovely. So he will do a live Q&A where you can ask him anything. You can grab a beer, pull up, and just chat with Dan, which is kind of cool that he does that. Hello, Salik. Welcome via TradingView. Okay, I'm going to tell you the 4 crucial names right now. Thank you for keeping me on track, Paul. So I will get back to the indices, but we have 4 names right here: Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, NVIDIA. And I want to show you this. This is pretty amazing. We have Apple right here at resistance, 174.30. We have Amazon right here at resistance. That is a double top with yesterday had a double top with Thursday, April 27th, 110.86. 110.67. Microsoft has a level back here, 312.88. Yesterday we hit 313. That's a double top. That is not a bull break. That's a double top. NVIDIA, we have a clear resistance right here, 292.20. We could not get through it yesterday. 4 major holdings in SPY cannot get through resistance. They must get through resistance to lift this market, or XLF needs to be running like his hair's on fire in order to lift this market if tech can't get the job done. Google tried to do it by itself yesterday, by itself. Look at that. Just a beautiful move on news. Just beautiful. And NASDAQ has this ugly pattern developing. Now, we have a potential rising wedge. Looks like the bulls are trying to bull out of it right now. But I like to use the path, this blue line right here, to show you exactly what is a rising wedge. It's a series of higher highs and higher lows. How is that bearish? In general, a series of higher highs and higher lows shows a healthy bullish chart. When those higher highs fail to get follow through and they keep getting pushed down by the bears, they start using up their buying power, and that's when the bears can take over. So bulls really need to break through this upper line resistance today and prove that they are large and in charge. And in my opinion, it'll take all 4, if not 3 of those 4 names to break those resistances. So Google can keep running. I don't know that Google is enough to hold up the market. We need let's say 2 of the other 4 to break resistances. And then we need XLF to hold yesterday's low. Hold that line. Look how the 50 MA has just been rejecting price. And these EMAs are overhead. We need to hold yesterday's low, and maybe this banking news is exactly what we need in order to hold this low of 31.80. Because banking is what really gave up the ghost yesterday on that CPI reaction. We had a major bullish reaction, and then XLF bears freaking pounced, absolutely pounced. I will look at Bitcoin in just a second. So back to ES. It's going to come down to those 4 charts breaking their resistance and Google to continue its raging bull move. That conference was pretty cool. I watched part of it. It was really neat technology. So a 15-minute lower high is anticipated on ES. ES, we have an inside bar. We're inside yesterday's range, 41.73. We did get a daily higher high without a lot of fanfare. And we're still holding these EMAs. We're still flat. We're inside this range. We've been inside this range since April 18th. We had major volatility yesterday, and we had sectors going the opposite way. We had XLF that was bringing the market effing down. And then Q was pulling the market up. And that push-pull was keeping that, is what really created that volatility yesterday. So NASDAQ, we want this rising wedge to be negated today. Bulls do. Looks like we just got another higher high, and look how it rejected. Higher high, rejected. This is not a good sign. It is not a good sign. Every time you get higher highs without follow through, we call those a look above and fail. Look above and fail. Look above and fail. Think about let's look at it on the 1 minute. Think about all the buying power that took to make this move. This move, this move, you're using up your resources. And that is your buying power. You're using it up. And that's why this is more bearish than bullish when this keeps happening. All right, so it's going to come down to those 4 charts. I have all my alerts set for those resistances on those 4 charts and XLF on the support. Okay, RTY, we're giving up a lot here. Now, RTY got a daily bull break yesterday, but with a big upper wick, couldn't close above the 21 EMA. I would still say the daily inverse head and shoulders is in play, but not confirmed. Even though it got a daily higher high, it needs to take out 1796.50, and then it would, by default, take out the daily 50 MA, and that's a better look. That 50 RSI continues to act as resistance. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Okay, so YM. Okay, I posted yesterday, this was fascinating, that YM hit the daily 50 MA. And that alert, I set an alert for myself. Let's see. Time triggering newest first. Right here, YM. If you look at 11:27 yesterday, 11:27 a.m. my time. That's right here. That's on this candle right here. YM hit the daily 50 MA. Do y'all see that? This is why I use alerts. That told me that this was the daily 50 MA. I set this alert back on May 9th. So I set this alert, what was that? I'm getting my days mixed up. Tuesday. And then yesterday it triggered at 11:27 a.m. I posted it in our chat room, and that marked the bottom of the market yesterday. I freaking love technical analysis, and that's why I love the daily 50 MA. It gets no prettier than that. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, so we're inside yesterday's range. We're still under the daily EMAs. It's not game over for the bears yet. That the bulls still have a lot of work to do. We need to hold 33,000 even. And I would say that bears have the edge here on YM more so than the other indices. Me too, Matt. I'm feeling uncertain about this market at the moment as well. XLF. I don't know if this banking news is enough to hold up the market if NASDAQ can't get through those 4 resistances. You see how XLF is below the Great Wall of Louisiana, which is what I affectionately call the hourly 50 MA, and we can't get above it. So 3180 is your key support for XLF. And I want to pound the table when I do that, but my dog will start barking, so I won't do that. All right. The dollar is feeling frisky this morning. We're in an hourly uptrend. We just pulled back enough to possibly make room for a lower high compared to 101.94. 4 hour, we're in an uptrend, but daily has not gotten over these EMAs. And again, that has not happened since, in a meaningful way, since March 16th. So they got to clear these EMAs because it's just been a brilliant area to short. It touched 21 EMA, short it. Touched 21 EMA, short it. And it's been working. So why stop? Okay, dollars coming in a little bit more. That's helping the market bounce a bit. Bonds have been strong, shockingly strong. VIX is not impressive at this point whatsoever. 4 hour lower high anticipated. That behooves the market bulls. Oh, by the way, here's my table. I'm a little slow this morning. So I'm coming up with more bullish stats than I am bearish stats. We held the 50 MA on ES. We held the 50 MA on YM. And I also have some notes off screen, and I'll copy and paste these for TCG members when I am done. So Hang Seng was down 0.09% last night, and DAX is down 0.15%. And I just want to encourage you today. Bennett asked a question earlier about limit and market orders. That is a nuance. Pick a nuance. Pick one thing about your trading you want to focus on today. Work on your C game. Jared Tendler, the author of the mental game of trading says suck less. And I know that sounds so crude and obvious that we obviously want to suck less at trading. We want to suck less at life in general. How do you do that? You work on the weaker parts of your game. If you're a golfer and your drive is absolutely amazing and you can drive the ball as far as you want to and as accurately as you want to, when you go to the range, what are you doing? You better be focusing on your putting game. Focus on the part of your game that is weak. So if the part of your game that is weak is location, your entries, where you're entering too soon, you're being too jumpy, you have FOMO, work on entries, then work on that today. If your problem is risk management and you're not calculating your risk to reward very accurately, work on that today. Focus. Absolutely have laser focus on that one part of your trading that's not working, or one of the parts of your trading that's not working. Then once you get that improved, then move to the next thing. When you go see a golf instructor, they don't say, put your head down, put your elbow in, da-da-da. If they tell you too many things at once, you can't implement all the changes and all the corrections and improvements at one time. Okay, that was today's soapbox. Okay. Let's look at commodities. Gold is bouncing. Gold is flat as a flitter. Look at those EMAs sideways, totally flat as a flitter, meaning that bulls are consolidating in time and not price. They're fending off the bears. So we have monthly uptrend, weekly uptrend. Let me get rid of all that. Daily. That 12-hour lower high that I was preaching about yesterday, that got set. That was the more likely scenario. So now we have a 12-hour EQ. How we resolve out of this 12-hour EQ will be important for gold bulls and bears. 4-hour sideways. Hello, hello. So hourly higher high, we have enough room for hourly higher low. Now let's see if this can get gold going here. The dollar needs to sit down. Silver, that's it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is some major, major divergence. I don't typically see this big of a divergence between gold and silver. Potential hourly bear flag. Man, this is bearish. Four-hour is approaching oversold on silver. Interesting. I don't know what to make of this. Possibly laggard short on gold. I don't know. And when I don't, and it's a beautiful thing also to say that you don't know. Don't always convince yourself you have to come up with a perfect technical analysis and approach to a chart. You don't have to. If it's not clear, then back away. That's why Bella wrote the book, One Good Trade. It's about that one good trade per day. And maybe per month if you're a swing trader. Yeah, that's pretty bearish. Oil has the world's ugliest diamond pattern. It's broken bear. This is so ugly. And can we just have confession time real quick, okay? And we have a potential 2-hour head and shoulders on oil as well. I have noticed something inside my heart. I've had to have a heart to heart with myself. I have a bear bias on oil and coin, and I don't know what all that's about. I don't know if it's because I hate Coinbase's fees, which hate's a bad word, kids. I don't know what it is, but oil, it's just that daily lower high has been screaming, and bounces have been for shorting, in my opinion. We're down here testing support. We're testing 71.80 on oil. Yeah, that's a potential 4-hour head and shoulders. I think bounces are for shorting on oil. We had an OPEC report that was released this morning at 7 a.m. I did not see what the actual report was, but it was released, and it looks like that's being perceived bearishly as well. Yep, there we go. We just broke support. And I just tell y'all that I have a bias because I want you to know I recognize that, and I have to constantly check my technical analysis. Am I forcing my will and my bias on the chart? Hey, RJ. Thank you for that. Yeah, hit the like button. Lori for president. Yes, inchworms, Timothy, the inchworm concept. Okay, so daily lower high. I don't want to talk about this chart. This is what I wanted to type this morning in chat, but I feel like I have to be a little more professional in chat than I have to be here. This chart is dog doo-doo. That is all. Inventory today at 10:30. May the force be with you. I don't know. Dog doo-doo. I don't have to give analysis because this is my show. I can make up the rules. Resistance 218.3, 232, support 217, 216. There you go. I was slightly helpful. Apple. I have a positive mindset except for when it comes to nat gas, oil, and coin. I'm positive other than that. Okay, Apple. There was something I wanted to say. Oh, Netflix. Wait, let me go back to NASDAQ. I'm reading my notes real quick. No. Okay, let's stay with where we're headed. Apple. Hey, Lee and Al from Montreal. Okay, 174.30. It's all about 174.30. You see those little triangles there? Those are alerts. I'm ready for it. I have it at 174.25. I want to know when it gets close. And we know Apple. Apple can break above 174.30 all the way to 174.50 and then fall back down. I don't trust it until it clears it. It must clear it. Greg, I don't know if I'm positive about XLF. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know if that's the word I am for XLF. As long as the daily 50 MA is overhead and this hourly 50 MA is overhead, I am not super positive on XLF. That daily high or low, it looked like it got set yesterday and then bulls are giving it all back again. I wouldn't say that I'm positive at all on XLF actually. Okay, so Apple 174.30, make it clear 174.50 to prove it to us, and we need that to happen today. All about the high of yesterday and 174.30. Until they break, these are top fishing levels. Amazon, you go, boy. It's getting over yesterday's high and 110.86. Wow. Amazon relative strength. Okay, well, Amazon's doing the deed. Just got to do it during regular trading hours. I have Netflix on my list. Tyree, that's cute. There are 311 of you, and there's only 99 likes. If you've gleaned anything from this show, if you could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. We have a double top with 312.88 and 313. We are red. This is relatively weak compared to the other technology charts we've looked at. However, we are holding the hourly 21 EMA, and we do anticipate a higher low compared to yesterday. That's what the odds favor. Y'all know where we are. I just realized this. This 4C levels, it goes over the prior day high, the prior day low, the prior day close, pre-market levels, and today's open. And it maps out the levels for you. Let me show you where we are on ES. We are right here at that 41.53.50. That was yesterday's close was 41.52. Yeah, we're right at yesterday's close. I like to turn these lines on. It just helps me map it out quickly so I don't have to look to the prior day's chart. We are just hovering at 41.50, which was the prior resistance band over here. And we just keep, it's a magnet back to this level. Okay, where was I? NVIDIA. It's all about that resistance. That resistance, 292.20, 292.20. Yesterday's high and then 292.20. If we have 2 or 3 names break those key resistances, you could possibly get a trade on the laggard. So let's say that Apple breaks bull in regular trading hours, Amazon does, and Microsoft does. Then you could possibly take NVIDIA as a long as a laggard play to those other 3 bulls. Support 284.61. That's your criteria, as you need to laugh. Okay, Tesla is not so cute. Hourly 50 MA is overhead. This is a relatively weak chart. This is not what you want to see. So it looked as though we broke bull yesterday here, 173.80. And if you look at the finer details, we did not get over 174.44, an after hours level. We double top there and then complete rollover. Tesla is a short candidate today. Okay, ARC. Let me look at my notes on ARC. 4 hour overbought. That is still correct. In a weekly downtrend. Weekly 50 MA overhead. Daily 200 MA overhead. And we double topped with 39.49, 39.43. So I like a short on ARC against 39.50. I like a short for ARC against 39.50. And I put in my notes, this is a risky top fish. If the market experiences some weakness, I think this could be a great short. Coin, I've already done my disclosure on this one, but you give me a name that's right here at the daily 50 MA and got whacked in the head over it with Bitcoin weakness overnight. Oh, I skipped Bitcoin. So coin, I like a top fish setup against 63.15 or 63.75. Bitcoin, hourly EMAs, hourly, when I say it fast, I sound like I'm saying hourly. Hourly EMAs are overhead. And as long as that is the case, I am bearish Bitcoin. 4 hour EMAs overhead. This is a bearish chart. We just got a little spike, but look how we're giving it all back. Do you know how much buying power it takes to move Bitcoin? Let's measure it. $331 on one 15-minute candle, and then we give it all back. You're taking buying power off the sidelines, and that's bearish. Okay. Google. Google is a back burner trade, first 5 minute oversold. Google is running like his hair is on fire. And again, I don't know that Google is enough on its own to hold up the market. We'll see. Shop was weak yesterday. The market was closing near high of day or at high of day, somewhere near there. And this was what Shop was doing. Shop is a beautiful daily big breakout on earnings. It hit 65.54 yesterday, and then 65.13 was resistance. And then we rejected, and they shorted it as if it were a double top. I like Shop short on a bounce, reverse back burner on Shop. SMH. What were my notes on SMH? 4 hour EQ. This thing is getting tight. And y'all know how much affinity I have for SMH. And how much it helps or hurts the market. How this breaks will be pivotal for the day. So I'm going to add another chart. I told you the 4 that are up against resistance: Apple, Amazon, NVIDIA, and Microsoft. Then I said XLF needs to hold the low of yesterday. Semis needs to break bull out of this EQ. I'll add a 6 chart to that formula. Okay, Netflix. That is an hourly bearish diamond reversal pattern. This is a bearish pattern. I like a top fish of Netflix. And if you want to know what my Queen of the Mountain setups are, I want you to look over here at what I have. Well, that one I need to change to coin. You'll know by what I have pulled up. I want ARK short. I always watch Apple. I want Coin short. I want Google reverse back burner long. I want Netflix short. SMH, I want to play the break either way. And Tesla is weak. I always watch Apple and Tesla. Okay, so Netflix, I did it all. Okay, that was out of alphabetical order. VOW. Running into the daily 50 MA. And we got a double top, 151.25, 151.40. That's an area to short. Even though we're in a daily uptrend, that's a clear double top at a clear resistance. Otherwise, it's a short. Aw, no, y'all are the best. NQ breaking bear. Well, that'll do it. It's 6:57. I have talked too long. Again, they used up too much of their buying power this morning trying to push it up and over. This daily rising wedge gives me cause to pause on my bullish thoughts. All right? Y'all have a wonderful day. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notify button. And Jason pinned, he posted in chat the YouTube link. I'm going to pin it right now. And this will be the Q&A link for Dan's Q&A tomorrow at noon Eastern. All right, y'all, use stop losses now.